Clonakilty Distillery is located in County Cork, on the southern tip of the Irish Atlantic coast, in an area of incredible natural beauty. Our fields at the foot of the Gallyhead Lighthouse are the perfect environment to nurture and grow the finest of barley, exclusively for our own uniquely Irish single pot still whisky. Centuries of sea mist, soft rain and ocean spray provide a complexity to the soil that permeates right through to each individual grain. Our Atlantic Ocean warehouse, perched on the cliff edge, is where we mature the finest of whiskies. Pure, clean air, transported across thousands of miles of Atlantic Ocean, providing a freshness unspoilt by human intervention. This is a place with a unique and special diversity of climate. It is ever-changing, from the wild Atlantic storms to the tranquil sea mist and soft Irish rain. In this dynamic climate, a whisky will only sleep for a short while, instead interacting with the wood and the angels to develop a unique and distinct maritime flavour. The water we use to cut our whisky is drawn from deep within the untouched rock formations by our ocean cliffs. It's naturally filtered through layers of sandstone and barite, one of the hardest rocks known to mankind. Cold, unadulterated freshness, generously gifted by Mother Nature herself. We draw inspiration for our spirits from this special marine environment, shared with the majestic minke whale. Clonakilty Distillery founders, the Scully family, has farmed this coastal land for 8 successive generations. As custodians, we trust our soil, our Atlantic maritime climate, and our untouched water aquifers. The time has now come to give something back, to share, to craft spirits that feed the soul. We invite you to join with us on this very special journey.
Farming the land for over 320 years by the Gallyhead Lighthouse is only the beginning of our story. The Scully family, founders of Clonakilty Distillery, know a thing or two about life on the wild Atlantic way. With knowledgeable tour guides and cinematic technology, immerse yourself in a multi-sensory experience on a tour of our working distillery. Fully guided, you will see our beautiful copper pot stills, hear how we produce whiskey and gin from farm to glass, feel the warmth, smell the aroma, share a drop with the angels, and finish your journey in our speakeasy bar for a taste of our award-winning spirits. Clonakilty Distillery is a fully accessible visitor experience in the heart of Clonakilty town, 50 minutes west of Cork City. A warm welcome awaits. Sláinte.
Here at Clonakilty Distillery, we are focusing on pot still whisky. This means we use a proportion of raw barley in our mashes. We use 2 different recipes. We use one which is 40% malted barley, 60% raw barley, and the other recipe is the opposite. We use 60% malted barley, 40% raw barley. We do this because the 2 different recipes produce spirits with different qualities. So when we use a 60% malted barley, 40% raw barley, it creates a lighter, fruitier spirit, more focused on the esters produced by the yeast in fermentation. When we use the 40% malted barley, 60% raw barley produces a heavier, oilier, spirit, which is more focused on the grain. We produce these two different distillates because after maturation in a few years' time, we can blend them together at different ratios to produce different whiskies with different characteristics. So if we use a higher proportion of the fruity distillate, give us a more fruit-forward flavoured lighter whiskey. And if we use a higher proportion of the 60% raw barley distillate, it will give us a real heavy, oily, mouth-coating pot still whiskey. So recently our 60% malted barley, 40% raw barley distillate won Best Irish New Make at the World Whisky Awards, which we are delighted with. It shows that we're producing a world-class spirit that if we put into some good wood in a few years, that we'll have a great whiskey. Cheers.